What would you do if a little girl walked up to you right now and asked to eat your leftovers? Most people would freeze. But one man's answer to that question changed two lives forever. Picture this: a busy cafe on a warm afternoon. People are laughing, eating, talking about their day, and right in the middle of all that noise, a tiny girl walks in. She is maybe 7 years old. Her clothes are dirty. Her hair is messy. And she is carrying her baby brother on her back like he weighs nothing, even though you can see from her face that he weighs everything. She doesn't ask for money. She doesn't beg loudly. She walks up to one man sitting alone at a corner table, looks him straight in the eyes, and says, very quietly, "Sir, can we eat the leftovers?" That one question, 6 words, and it was about to flip this man's entire world upside down. Her name was Maya. She was 7 years old, and she had been taking care of her baby brother, Eli, since their mother got sick 3 months ago. Their father had left years before that, just disappeared one day like smoke in the wind. So it was just Maya, a 7-year-old girl, playing mother, sister, and protector all at once. Every morning Maya would wrap Eli on her back and walk through the neighborhood looking for anything: leftover bread from a bakery, bruised fruit that a vendor would throw away, scraps from restaurant tables when the waiters weren't looking. She wasn't stealing. She was surviving. On this particular day, she hadn't eaten since the morning before. Her stomach was making sounds she didn't have words for, but she wasn't crying. She wasn't falling apart. She walked into that cafe like she had done this 100 times before, because she had. The man she walked up to was named Daniel, 43 years old. He had built a construction company from nothing, started with one truck, and one loan that he almost didn't get. By the time Maya found him at that cafe table, Daniel was worth somewhere close to $8 million. He had 3 houses, 2 cars, a watch that cost more than most people make in a year, and he was sitting there alone, eating a meal he had barely touched. Because even with all of that money, Daniel was not a happy man. He had lost his wife 2 years earlier. His kids were grown and living far away. He came to this cafe every Tuesday because it was the only place that still felt normal to him. So when this tiny girl walked up and asked him for his leftovers, this man who had everything, something inside him cracked open. He didn't say yes right away. He looked at her for a long moment. Then he looked at the baby on her back. Then he called the waiter over and ordered 2 full meals. Hot food, real food, not leftovers. Maya didn't understand what was happening at first. She kept saying, "Sir, we don't need so much." And Daniel kept saying, "It's okay. Sit down." So she sat, and she fed Eli first before she touched a single thing on her own plate. Daniel watched that and had to look away for a second. He asked her where her parents were. She told him the truth, the whole thing. The sick mother in a small room 2 streets away. The father who was gone. The 3 months she had been doing this alone. She said it all very calmly, like she was talking about the weather, because this was just her life now, and she had made peace with it. Daniel sat there listening and felt something he hadn't felt in 2 years, like he was needed somewhere. He paid the bill. Then he asked Maya if he could come and see her mother. She looked at him for a long time, the way kids look at adults when they're trying to figure out if they can be trusted. Then she nodded. Her mother's name was Rosa. She was lying on a thin mattress in a room with one window. She had a lung infection that had been getting worse because she couldn't afford the medicine. The doctor had told her what she needed. She just had no way to get it. Daniel took one look at the prescription sitting on the floor next to her mattress and said nothing. He just took a photo of it with his phone. The next morning, the medicine was at the door. But he didn't stop there. Over the next few weeks, Daniel did something quietly and without making a big show of it. He paid for Rosa's full medical treatment. He found them a proper apartment, small but clean and safe, with a real bed and a kitchen. He set up a monthly amount that would cover their basic needs while Rosa got better. And Maya, this 7-year-old girl who had been carrying the weight of her whole family, finally got to just be a kid again. Here is the part of this story that most people don't talk about, though. Because this isn't just a story about a rich man helping a poor family. It's about what happened to Daniel. Before that Tuesday in the cafe, Daniel had been thinking seriously about selling everything and just disappearing somewhere. He had money but no direction. He was alive but not really living. His therapist had told him he needed a reason to get up in the morning. He hadn't found one yet. Maya gave him that reason. He started visiting them every week. He helped Maya with her homework. He taught her little things: how to count money properly, how to read a map, how to ask for help without being ashamed of it. He used to say, "You already know how to be brave. I'm just teaching you the small stuff." Rosa got better slowly. It took about 4 months. When she finally got up and cooked a real meal for the first time, she made Daniel sit at the table like he was family, because by then he was. Daniel started a small foundation the following year. Nothing huge, just a fund that helped kids in situations like Maya's. kids who were falling through the cracks, while the world walked past them. He named it after his late wife. He said it was the first thing in 2 years that made him feel like she would have been proud of him. Maya is 11 now. She still calls Daniel every Sunday. Not because she has to, just because she wants to. And it all started because a hungry little girl had the courage to walk up to a stranger and ask 6 words. Think about that for a second. One moment of kindness from one person didn't just save a family. It saved the man who gave it. That's how this works. You think you're helping someone else, but sometimes the person who gets rescued is you. We walk past moments like this every single day. A kid sitting too quiet at a lunch table. An old man counting coins at a grocery store. Someone who looks fine but clearly isn't. We walk past because we tell ourselves someone else will help. But what if you're the someone else? Daniel wasn't looking to be a hero that Tuesday. He was just a lonely man with an untouched plate of food. But he made a choice, a small one, and it changed everything. For Maya, for Eli, for Rosa, and most of all for himself. You don't need $8 million to do what Daniel did. You just need to notice, and then actually do something about it. If this story moved you, the video playing on your screen right now will hit even harder. Go watch it.